Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm actually working on my personal Lexus GS430. Now on this car I'm actually looking at doing a very different install. Even though the car is basically, I could say new to me, but I've had it for a good few months now. It's been a great car and I actually wanted to do something different here. Obviously with ambient light installs, there's a lot of modern German cars that are getting it all done. But I wanted to take something old school Japanese and get this on the same level as the modern cars. Hence why the Tokyo Top, hence why we got this car in here. I'm excited. The kit that I've got for this car is completely different and it should really bring it up there with the others. So without further ado, I'm going to show you around the car at the moment and then look into stripping some parts of it off, looking into what I need to do, and then be able to do the rest of the install. So let's go. So quickly looking inside of the car, we've got the doors, which, yep, they're just doors, but what's kind of nice is the way this car's been done. The previous owner has done this like wrap that I'm gonna actually take off. Even though it does match the silver with the rest of the car, I just prefer it if it was the old wood trim. I think it'll just look a little bit more original because it's more, it's just darker, it's a bit more black, and I think, yeah, it will just suit the finished look a little bit more that I'm going for. Now then, with the dashboard, I've got this little phone case. That's where my phone goes. So this car does come with the navigation, but it doesn't have Bluetooth, so I've got a little fancy contraption going on here. But going to be looking at doing some ambient lighting with regards to the dashboard area as well. Not fully sure just yet how I'm going to do it, but there are some ideas floating around. This is quite cool. Once you put the key in, the steering wheel all comes down, but don't want to make it too much about the car itself right now. It's a really nice, comfortable car. I think once we've got the install done, it's just going to really pop. So what I'm going to look at doing is one of the rear doors first, checking to make sure it's got all the voltage, everything that I need, and then taking it from there. So without further ado, I'm going to start with that. So everyone, I've actually got another top on right now because it's freezing cold. It's really weird weather for us in the UK right now. It's April, it's supposed to start getting warmer, but it's for some reason freezing. But I've gotten this one door done, which is the rear left, or the rear passenger side. Now, what I've done is I've fed the cable through. I've kind of slit in a little bit here, so it allows it to sit a little bit more flush over on the back compared to what it looks like over there. So it just allows it to go really nicely straight along instead of kind of coming back inwards. It's really weird to explain. I'll show you on the other door when I'm doing it. I've got the door handle put in, and I've got another light going through for the cigarette, like little ashtray thing in the back. I've drilled out this area here a little bit more, so ambient lighting ring can actually sit in here nicely. It's not going to show the entire ring, but it shows enough of it. And what I've also done is with some glue gun, I've just glued on the wiring, so it's not going to really jump around too much. I'm going to do the rest of these later on with just tape. What I have done is on the rear doors, we've got these as the live and earth points. This little light, it's green for live and white and black for earth. And this is basically just going to become the trigger wire for the whole ambient lighting on the doors to turn on only when the lights turn on. So that's the look that I'm going for again with this car. So it'll only turn on once it gets dark, or I can obviously manually turn it on if I just use little lever, dial, whatever the stalk part on it, basically. Yeah, so yeah, that's all done now. Time to get this door back on and then start with the other door. And I'll show you what I did with this door, the couple of bits and pieces that I didn't really show you here. So specific to this car is the fact that everything is put on with screws. So what I'm just going to do now is take this guy out. So pop this little connector in. There's one screw just in there, and there is another one that you need to get into underneath here. Pop this guy up and out. Undo these. You got this one screw here, so that's 1, 2, and then you've got 3, 4 and 5. You undo all those screws and you'll be able to take the door card off. So everyone, looking at how I've done that, you can kind of see over here, comparing the two, just how much I have to actually drill out. I use a Dremel and just basically cut into it to make the speaker grill fit in. What you also need to do is undo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all of those screws, because that will give you access to the top area just on the other side. I've got on one of the rings and I've just basically put it roughly where I want it to be, similar to that side, and just put a pencil line all the way around. So now I know where I need to cut. Time to get this bad boy out and do some cutting. So very quickly, at the bottom of the ashtrays, I've trimmed that down a little bit and got a hole drilled in at the bottom. That's going to be used for the ashtray light. And here is a slit that I've just done over here for the ambient light strip to go across, because otherwise it doesn't sit as flush just over in this corner. And the other thing that I've done that I'm showing you here is just drilled in a little hole just towards the bottom there for the door handle light. So everyone, I'm currently working on the front passenger door, and I thought I'd show you a little bit of an update. So what I've had to do here is with the door handle light, I've had to trim away a little bit of the plastic. Reason being is because with this part of the door handle, when I tried to slide it into that area, it was just hitting the other end of this on the inside. So it was a situation where I had to shorten that a little bit so I can get it to fit in nicely. But yeah, it's all coming along nicely now. And yeah, the next step is to just basically get this part on. One other thing that I've done, so on the window switch wiring, this yellow with a little bit of gray going through it, and this white with black, it's this pin and this one just over here on the top left, that's the live, that's the earth. It comes on with the actual car. It's not the same setup as the rears, but this works just fine. In fact, I probably could have done the same with the rears, but I'm happy with the one that I've gone for. The rear, it only turns on with the headlights. It's very cold outside today. Let's carry on. So everyone, it's actually been a couple of, in fact no, I think it's been about a week since I started working on this car, but basically ran out of time the other day with regards to finishing it because of Ramadan and fasting, and all of a sudden it's become really hot in the UK, so you know, can't exactly be upset with a heat wave. I'm gonna be working on this door now. Once I got this door finished up, all the doors are done, and then it's just gonna be working on the center console. So I'm pretty excited. Let's get on with ripping this door off and yeah, carrying on with the rest. So everyone, with regards to the driver's door, I've tapped into this connector here. The red and gray is the live, and this blue and black over here. So these are the points. They're both on this row. Blue is just over here and the red is just there. Second one across. That's what I've tapped into for the live and earth. Red and gray is live and the blue one was earth. Get 12 volts from it, which is all that I need. I've got the car on trickle charge just in case. But yeah, that's basically what the situation is now. I'm gonna do the rest to the door, get that door on, and then carry on with the center console, which I'll be honest, I've started to strip out already. So after much struggle, I've basically been able to figure out what the wiring needs to be on the driver's door. So all the other wiring points that I tried out just weren't right, and it was basically down to the earth, which I wasn't expecting. But after playing around with it a little bit, I've noticed that this white wire can be used as the earth. It's a big thick white wire. It's white and black. It's correct. I can leave the live as the other point as before, but basically every time I tried to find a live and earth to connect to, it always just kept turning off. So it dropped the voltage down to 5 volts instead of the 12 volts that I wanted. So it wasn't working right, but fingers crossed this will be working fine. So I'm just gonna wrap this door up now, do the other door the exact same way, and then be able to call it a day with regards to the doors. So everyone, next part of the project is, you see those 2 holes? I've just drilled them in. It's for these 2 little lights that come with the kit, and yeah, it's for your cup holders. So fingers crossed this will work. The only issue that I can see right now is these 2 have to fit above that tube which goes for the rear vent. So fingers crossed this will work out just fine, but might have to do some magic. Oh, and to remove this, you literally just got to pull it up. Obviously you got to undo the clips. The other thing is with the shift lock pressed in, you'll be able to move the gear lever towards the middle to be able to slide this whole thing out. And that part there, where the cigarette lighter and stuff is, that just pops out. 2 little clips there and there. Bada bing, bada boom. Right everyone, I've been able to basically sort out the, wiring going on over here. So I'm connecting everything to the live and earth for the cigarette lighter. The pink is the live, and the one below it, so this white and black over here, is the earth. Just routed the footwell lights through on the sides of the carpet, connected up all the other wires and stuff, took this underneath so it comes out over here so it can connect up nicely there for the other connector. And now I'm just gonna try and cram all this in. Hopefully it goes in nicely. So I have been finally able to get the car all completely done, and what can I say, this looks incredible. The lighting and stuff in the garage captures it all well. My hands are a little bit dirty right now, by the way, because I just changed the air filter around back to the stock one. But yeah, this car, this interior. Unlock the car. Now it looks pretty good as it is at the moment, but when you turn the lights off, that's where it starts really popping. This just looks amazing, and I've left this water bottle in here so you can see that light lighting up the whole bottle. So on the app you get to change all the lighting around separately, so I can change the door colors, which also changes this. Okay, and if I change this over to the floor, I can change the floor lights completely separately too. It's not coming out as bright as it is in person, but I'm pretty happy with that. It's nice, it's really subtle. So everyone, it is another heat wave here in the UK, and all I can say is man, this weather is sick. But with regards to the actual ambient light install, it's been a few months again since I filmed the last part of the video, and everything's been working great. There's a couple of changes that I've made with regards to the rear doors. I've switched them over to the same as I did with the front passenger doors, so it all works with the light switches and stuff. Everything works on the same route, so it turns on as soon as you turn the car on during the day, and because of how bright everything is, it looks really good all day, every day, you know, in the daylight, in the night time. So it's kind of different from the other ambient lights that I use, which comes through the fiber optic tube. This one's the little LEDs that run all the way across the whole thing. So it's come out really nice. I'm so impressed with how this kit actually looks. You know, it doesn't have that shortfall in the daytime with the fiber optics looking a little bit weaker. So I will leave a link to everything in the description down below. If you're interested in getting it, hit those links. I'll also leave a link for all the other tools and bits and pieces that help with regards to doing the install. And also, if you are looking at getting this install done and you don't want to tackle it yourself, hit me up on Instagram and we can look at setting something up. This is a great way of showing that these kits are universal. You know, this is a car that's quite old now and it still looks amazing. It's brought the interior up to a very modern standard. So for now everyone, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out. Bye. Oh, and YouTube's gonna recommend a couple of videos for you guys, so if you want to check them out, please do.